All right, you guys. Happy Sunday. Yeah, happy Sunday. I'm back in action, back in town. We just came back from last night. And man, what a trip. And I eat way more than what I supposed to. But today, you guys, we are going to talk about is what are you stuck on, right? What are you stuck on? What are you trying to figure it out? And let's see how we can all try to help you and move you in the right path so that way you can succeed in 2019. Let's set you up for success. So hopefully by the time that this is over, hopefully we'll get you kind of clear the cloud out for you a little bit and help shine some lights to you and help you figure some stuff out. All right, you guys. For those of you who haven't followed me on Instagram, hit me up on IG at Khang, KHANG.WTM. And I ask the same questions on Instagram as I did on here. And let me read some of the comments. Some of you guys said cold calling. So I'm not sure what you mean. What are you stuck on when you're cold calling? What are you stuck on when you're cold calling? Are you trying to figure out Are you trying to pull a list to cold call? Are you scared to cold call? Like, what is it? If you are afraid to cold call, just think as if like this. If you don't do it, then your life is not going to change. If you don't do it, then you're not going to get that deal. If you don't cold call, right, then you're not going to be able to lock some deal up in the contract. If you don't cold call, if you don't pick up the phone and call, you're not going to be able to succeed. So don't worry about the rejections. Don't worry about the no. We all get the no. We all get cussed at. They're going to swear at you. They're going to cuss at you. They're going to say some nasty things. But your ultimate goal in your head is, hey, I need to lock a deal up on a contract because I need to change my life. I need to take my life to the next level. Don't let anything else get in your way of all the worries of what people think, what people are going to say. Who cares? Your ultimate goal is to lock a deal up on a contract. That's it, period. And who care what people think? Who care what people say, right? Because the one that's going to win is the one that'll be able to get what they want. So your goal is you just need to focus on getting what you want. Okay, so let me read some comments. What are you guys stuck on? Drop in a comment and let's help you guys figure some stuff out, and hopefully I'll be able to clear up the cloud for you today. As you guys drop in the comment, I will give you guys some shout out. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Khang. I share and teach you in my channel everything about wholesaling. Everything about wholesaling, I share and teach you in my channel. And this is everything that I have learned and everything that I will be learning. So it's not something that I come up with. I'm not a smart guy at all right? I'm not a smart guy. So I've learned these stuff from other people, and now I'm creating a channel and to share and give it back to you, all right? So I'm going to share, teach, and sell you stuff that's only going to help you in this business. That's going to help you take your life and this business to the next level. And we're heading toward 2019, so let's set you up for success. Stephen and Lakia, oh man. So for those of you who don't know, I'm horrible at reading and writing. I suck. So I'm going to chop your name and I apologize. Freddie, what up, man? Khang, I just got my first deal on the contract. Man, that deserves a thumbs up. Thumb up for Steven. Woo-hoo! Man, thumbs up for Steven. Just got his first house on the contract. Do you guys know that when I first started, I was so scared to lock a property up on a contract. I was worried that I can't find a buyer. I was worried that the seller, if I can't find a buyer, I have to be forced to buy the house. The seller's going to come after me and sue me. Like all kinds of worries. But what I'm telling you is all of those are just, the only reason why you worry is because you don't know the results. Like you don't know the outcome. So I'm going to share with you what some of the outcome would be so that way you don't have to be fearful or scared about it anymore, okay? Boom. And you guys, if you do enjoy this video and if it does add value to you, so let's just say if I'm happen to answer any of your questions, right? Boom. Smash the thumbs up for me. Help the channel grow by growing by sharing the live stream. You guys get more people on to the family. We are family. Jacob is finding real motivated buyer for my deals, not tire kicker. So Jacob Nicholson, that's a good one, man. Because they. So now my question back for you is, where have you been finding these buyers? Right? Where have you been advertising your deals? Craigslist, there's a lot of tire kicker on Craigslist. So you really have to filter them just like you're filtering a motivated seller. So drop in a comment and let me know. Jacob, if I were you, man, what I would need to do is you just need to get on the phone with them, verify them, right? Ask them some important questions. As far as like, are they going to close with private hard money or their own cash? Have they, like, how many property have they bought and fixed and flipped? Is this their first one? What's their ultimate goal with this property? Ask them, have they worked with wholesaler before? Some of my actual buyer comes from coming from realtor. So try to reach out some local realtor in that area that you're looking to wholesale in or got wholesale deal under contract, and call all the local realtor because they have cash buyer, you guys. All right, so they have buyers. But get on the phone, verify with them first, make sure they're legit before you spend more time sending them, the property address, all the details and things like that. But Jacob, I know exactly what you mean, bro. And we have those too. And sometimes you run into that and you just filter them out. And the thing is, Jacob, don't give up, man, because all of these buyers that you're going to find, it's not an overnight thing. It's an overtime thing, right? As you go along, you're going to find more buyers and other people refer other people and things like that. So yeah, man, just keep calling local realtor, post ad on Craigslist, but really filter them. Go on the Wholesaling Houses Facebook family, pop it on there, and then just filter these people out, all right? Aaron, Anthony, what up, man? New York, whoop, 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 whoop. Toby, I'm stuck on not getting a response for me to interview you on my YouTube channel. Dude, oh really, bro? Man, to be honest with you, I have so many people ask, and I haven't gone on any interview, man. Well, drop me an email, bro. Here's an email, and let's see what we can do, man. Wholesale to millions at gmail.com, dude. I have so many people. Wholesale to million at gmail.com. Boom. Steven, I was driving for 5 hours a day and was very frustrated. So I guess Steven, and you're driving for $1? Driving for $1 5 hours a day? Dang, bro. Yeah, I mean, if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, and it doesn't feel like you're getting the results you want, yeah, man, it gets frustrated, it gets irritated, it gets annoying. But you just got to, man, you just got to keep going, because you just have to tell yourself, maybe the next hour that I'm going to drive might be the deal that's going to change my life. Maybe the next turn that I'm going to take, right? So what you do is, when you run into something like that, dude, just sit back, close your eyes, take some deep breath in, deep breath out, and say, what's my goal? And my goal is to get one deal. And just go back at it, man. Devin, what up, buddy? Devin, whoop, whoop. But what is the best skip tracing tools? Freddie, if you haven't hit me, dude, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. Follow me on IG, Khang, KHANG.WTM. I shared with you already yesterday what skip tracing we use. So go on there and check it out. It's Skip Genie. I have talked with some other people in the masterminding as well, and they are also using that. Plus, they're using some other one, but they have found that one seems to have pretty good results. So let me tell you guys, here's one question. Okay, so I post this on Instagram, right? And I got this one, and I got this guy, man, and this is what he said, and I want to hear you guys' opinion. He said, "I'm stuck. I'm such a broke college student. My credit/checking is negative, and I need money to pay for marketing. I can't even afford to skip trace number. I've been looking for a job to help, but no luck. I have to get through this storm." Uh, like, I honestly don't know, man. I mean, to me, there is so much opportunities here in America. To me, unless you are just not motivated and you're just not willing to like really find a job. Like, dude, so we went to San Diego, and all these guys were like, they're part-time Uber driver. I mean, there's just so many other things to do. Like, so when I read comments like this is the first thing that comes to my head. Is I don't want to help those who don't help themselves, man. It's like, see, these kind of questions, these kind of questions, you guys cannot say to me, man. You know why? I was brought up in a country that these people are making, they work the whole entire day, 12, 13 hours a day, making $10, $5 to $10 a day, and they put their kids to school. So when I hear something like this, to me, you're just not, I mean, I'm not trying to call out anybody, but I'm just trying to help you, to let you know that when you put stuff like this, nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna like, oh yeah, I feel bad for you, I'm gonna go and like nobody will. And even that, you should tell yourself, man, as a person, individual, I need to take care of myself. I need to pick myself up. I need to go do something. Okay? So when you say something like people just don't care. What I'm saying is that if you want to succeed, you got to take control of your life, and you just got to take action. And and saying all this negative things to yourself, it's not going to help you, right? It's not going to help you. You got to change your mindset. So let me see here, man. Edmund Carter, I'm closing my first deal tomorrow. JV split. Boom. Thumbs up for Edmund. Boom. Got another property on contract Friday and might have another offer accepted in the next 24 to 48 hours. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. And the thing is, you guys can read these comments. Some of your questions, some people on here, like we really try and help each other out. Should I find a buyer first? Rich. Okay, I know that sometime when you listen to people, you get confused. Some people say find buyers first. Some say find seller first. Like, I don't know why, like, you have to pick and choose. Like, you can do both, man. But what you do need to do is you need to stay focused, and you need to block out your day. So Monday, I'm going to call, or I'm going to drive for dollar, or I'm going to send out letters to attract motivated seller. Tuesday, I'm going to call the local realtor. I'm going to put ad on Craigslist. I'm going to put ad on my local RIA to find cash buyer. Like, I don't know why you have to choose one or the other. Like, you can do both. You just have to split out your time so that way you're not like doing a bunch of stuff but not productive. A lot of times, like when I first started, like I was busy, but I was not productive. Like I was like, what I mean by that is like I was doing a lot of stuff, but I was not producing results. And people get confused with that. Productivity versus results. So, you know what I mean? So you can do both, man, Rich. Like, don't have to think like you only have to do one or the other. Like, don't think like, okay, well, I gotta find a deal first and then I worry about five. Dude, like, you can do both, man. Because when you put an ad on Craigslist, for buyer, you don't have to sit there and watch until a buyer call you. No, you can go and now drive for dollars, right? Like, you can do both. But what you do need is you need to really set your schedule out so that way you know exactly what you need to do so you can get more of the stuff done. Luke, what up, man? Dude, I went to San Diego. I ate way too much, man. George Jackson. The best place to find you buyers is to join your local RIA, real estate investment group. Yes. Also to is look up meetup.com in your area. There should be a meetup, a local meetup where all the real estate investor, anything about real estate, they do like a meetup, like a gathering. Go there, network, and just tell them what you do. Hey, my partner and I, or I'm with a wholesaling company. That's what we do here in the area. Would love to, want to know if you're going to buy property, fix and flip, are you the cash buyer? Is that what you're doing? And just put them on there, man. And just put them on your list. So what are you stuck on? What are you trying to figure out? Drop it in the comment and let's see how we can help you clear up the skies for you. The seller doesn't want to use my contract. Me and my husband had a 40K profit and he wouldn't use her contract. Well, Alex, I mean, the seller doesn't want to use your contract. Like, how do you explain it to the seller? Second, is he or she like somewhat a realtor? Like, why are they having issue using your contract? A lot of times when I hear things like this, one, they got to be a realtor or an agent, somewhat. Two, is that you didn't explain it properly, so they get our concern. But if they don't use if they wouldn't willing to use yours, then do they have their own contract? I mean, most seller don't have a contract. So if they don't want to use yours, then who else are they going to use? Unless they have a realtor, they're a realtor, so they can use the realtor contract. You know what I mean? And if they use the realtor contract, man, for you to get the deal done, get the deal done. Like, they say, nope, I'm not going to do the deal. And if you know it's a deal, then all you need to do is make sure you have them put on the contract is that this contract is contingent upon buyer's partner inspection approval, and then get the inspection and get a time period of the inspection, right? So you try to ask for as many days as you can for the inspection, and done, man. And that's it. Like, so let's just say they want to use their contract. Like now when the realtor said, okay, we're going to use the MLS contract, like, okay, like, I don't care. All I need it in there is that this contract is going to be contingent, which means it's going to give me X amount of day to do my due diligence, to go out there, look at the property, to find my buyers. And if I can't, you can go back and say, hey, this deal is not going to work out. Like, you don't need to get a report. Like, you don't need to get a report or anything. You can just come back and say, nope, I don't like the color of the house. Oh, the grass is too tall. And you'll be able to back out the deal, get your earnest money back, and then go on and do your thing. So I hope that helps you. Alex. But so let me know, because I don't understand what your exact question is. And Sam Brooks. How do you find out how much of a mortgage is owed? What about liens, tax, etc.? If the seller has a lot of mortgage left, how does that change a deal? Sam Brook. Sam, if I do answer your questions, give me a thumbs up, smash it, share this video. Okay, because your question it's actually really easy. How do I find out how much is owed on the mortgage? So typically you can go to the county tax record and it will be able to say how much, but it won't be the exact amount, okay? It won't be the exact amount, but you don't care about that, okay? You just need to know from the seller is what they want to get for the property. Any tax, any liens, I don't care, tax, lien, utilities, I don't care what it is that's owed on the property. The biggest thing that you need to worry about, Sam, is that what you are trying to lock it up in a contract is less than what they owe. So if they have a mortgage and their mortgage is more than what you're trying to lock it up in a contract for, then it's not going to work. Now, not that it's not going to work. Now you're looking into lease options, rent to own, subject to, and I don't teach that kind of stuff, okay? So So, and the reason why I say that, because somebody's going to say, Kong, you can still wholesale those kind of property, even if they owe more. Like, yeah, I understand, man. But my thing is just about nice and clean. So if they owe more, then it's not going to work, right? It's not going to work, Sam. So whatever you try to lock it up in a contract for, it needs to be less. So let's just, Sam, for example, I'm the seller, and I told you, Sam, you know what? I want $100,000 for my property, and let's just say that I want $100,000 for my property, and I told you that, hey, there is a mortgage at about $90,000 on it, and there's probably some tax and some liens on there for another $9,000. But I want to sell for $100,000. So which mean that now I want to walk away with $1,000. So your job is that if the $100,000, if the price of $100,000 works for you, where if you lock it up on a contract at $100,000 and you can still make your wholesale fee, because the property, probably worth $200,000, then lock it up. Like, who cares if there's any lien? Now, Sam, if, for example, if the seller tells you all this information and you lock it up on a contract, and then all of a sudden when it comes to closing, then what it is, so the title company, their job, the title company or the attorney, at the day of closing, not the day of closing, but as you put in and they pull the title report and all of that, they will let you know that, oh, hey, if the property owes more money than what you get a lockup in a contract for, the title company or the attorney will tell you. They will say, hey, you know what? The seller there, Mr. Khang, actually owes like 105. So he owes more than what he's trying to sell the property to you for. So now all you do is you go back and you have to renegotiate with the seller. So the seller owes more, then the seller is hiding that lien from you. So basically what it is what's going to cost you is time wasted. All right? So you just waste your time. So a lot of you ask, well, Kong, what if there's liens, tax? Like, who cares? Like, as long as when you talk to the seller and you did your due diligence and you lock it up in a contract for less than what you're supposed to, that's all that matters. All right? So you guys, like, don't get overwhelmed. Oh, dang, Devin, baller. Devin just tossed me $5. Baller, dude. Love it, man. Dude, Devin, I might have to go onto your live stream and give you back the money, bro. Dude, thanks, man. You guys, really, man, I really want to set you guys up for 2019 for success, man. And if you guys, for those of you who just recently discovered wholesaling, man, you don't know what this business can do for you, okay? Learn it, take massive action, and to me, okay, now here is my opinion about learning. When you go out there, there's just so many people are teaching this, and everybody get their success or the way that they do business is a little bit different. What I would do if I were you is that I wouldn't go and try to learn from multiple people. Because what it is that when you try to learn from multiple people, so like it's like martial art. Like, everybody have their own little style, and when you first start out and you haven't mastered one style and you try to mix everything together, it can be a disaster. So if I were you, I would have just, pick one, maybe two people that you really, really felt like you connect with, or maybe their way of teaching, their way of teaching is like, yeah, I like that person, right? And I would just dive in and focus and just study, man. Study from them, learn from them, ask questions from them. It's like you're trying to bake a pie and you're getting a bunch of different ingredients. When you ate the pie and it come from this person, you'll be like, yeah, man, I like that pie. I want to make the exact same pie. And instead of going to that person and learn their exact ingredients, you're mixing a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. Now I'm going to share with you kind of how I operate. So what I do is, like, this masterminding, when we go, our intention, like, you gotta have an intention. What is your intention? So our intention is to bring back like 1 or 2 nuggets. Like, it's really hard to there's so much knowledge in that room, guys. It's just unbelievable of how much knowledge is in that room. and you're trying to gather and soak up, and then you're trying to implement on everything, it's not going to work. So a lot of them suggest to take one or two that you feel like it's going to make a huge impact on your business, and then implement that, right? Do that, and then figure out the next one what to do. So that way you don't feel overwhelmed and lost, and yeah. George Jackson, Khang, I'm a new fan. Love your content and your energy. Keep it up, brother. Woo! Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. But you guys make it happen, man. You guys make it happen. When I go live, just seeing you guys, tuning in, watching, it really amped me up, because it just lets me. It really just basically tells me that, hey, Khang, you're helping, and what you say does help and does contribute to other people's lives. So absolutely, man. I couldn't be where I'm at, and with the energy I have, if it weren't for you guys. Honestly, if I have like one or two people, maybe my energy won't be there. But it all started from somewhere. I remember when I first started the channel, there was one or two people were watching, and I'm just trying to amp up. But let me see here. Chris, stay with the income producing activities. Absolutely, you guys. What it is that, there's so much distraction nowadays. What you want to do is stay focused on the money-making task. The money-making task. All right, you guys, don't get distracted. So that's why when you guys go on my Instagram, I don't follow too many people. I recently go to the mastermind and then follow these, because they're just gonna pop up all the time, and distraction distraction is huge. How do I show a property under contract when I'm doing this virtually? I currently have 5 property under contract. Steve Martinez. Okay. Okay, Steve, how do you do this virtually? Well, I do it virtually, bro. So here goes. So when you get these property up under contract, you're going to send it out. Everything you do is going to be virtual. So you send it out to your buyers. I don't know if you already have some buyers built up, but another website you can go to is, now go on the Facebook group and type in wholesaling houses or real estate investing in that area. If you're in Maryland, put in Maryland. If you're in whatever states or whatever county that you're in, put it in there, and then it'll pop up that Facebook for that local area. So you want to join, and then you want to put your deal there. You want to put your deal on the Facebook name Wholesaling House full time. There's another one, like a real estate investor they gotta have like 80, 90, or 100,000 member on there across the U.S. Now, what I do want to tell you is that these could be some tire kicker, could be some wholesaler that wants to co-wholesale your deal. So you have to go through and filter out. We all got to put in our work. You got to go through and filter them out. Now, once you have a buyer that said, hey, I like your deal, don't put the address on there, right? Put the street name, but don't put the house number. So that way they can call you so you can verify them, right? Verify your buyer, then give them the address. Once you feel comfortable, give them the address. Tell them, hey, go ahead and do the drive-by, and if you're still interested, then let us know what day, what time works for you, and we're going to try to set that up. Now, Steve, you're going to ask me, well, Khang, what if I'm not in the area? Or how, I need somebody to be there to facilitate the showing? So that's all depend, Steve. If the property's vacant, then no. If the property's rented, I don't think so. You don't need it. If the seller's currently living there, now this you might want to, all right? Unless you really trust that buyer, or if it's a referral. But I would connect and start building relationship and try to see if you can get some foot on the ground. Just even in the channel right now, drop a comment. Let us know what are some 5 property you have on contract, and see if someone want to JV with you, or maybe they will help you show the property, and you end up selling the property. You guys figure out a deal that works for you, work for them, and everything like that. Does that make sense? So it's a community here that we can really, you can take advantage of. Does that help, Steve? If it does, then don't be shy. Smash that thumbs up like 10 times for me. How do you get assignment fee of 15K or more? Jordan Williams. How do you get assignment fee of 15K or more? So Jordan, there's a couple of things, man. One is the area that you're targeting, because some area, the minimum, like the kind of the average wholesale fee is like 5 to 10,000. If you want to get an average wholesale fee that are like 15, 20 or above, then you got to target properties. You got to target areas that the properties between 100 to like 350 to like 400, like after repair value. Because I know there's some areas, like some states, you can buy a duplex for like 40K. So like, you know what I mean? Like, so your assignment fee can be like 20K. It can be like 30K, right? Average, right? But it's all about negotiating, man. Let's just say that you can negotiate with the seller and got that property for like 5K and the property worth like 70K. Maybe you can make that 15K. But I'm just saying, if you want to make the average 15K plus and you don't want to go anything less, then just pick a market that the ARV is between 100 to 350 to $400,000, which means your spread on the deal, like our spread, like that's kind of my target that's kind of my target area, and our spread is right now between 25 to 30K per deal. All right, and it gets to like 50, and then obviously sometimes you get lucky, you get the big old whale that's over $100,000. It doesn't happen a lot, but obviously if you keep going at it, it happens. Question. Come on, any question, drop it in the comment. Solomon Vega, probably pronounced it wrong. I'm trying to get my first deal. Welcome to the family, welcome to the channel. Eric, do you need an LLC? Okay, here's another one, man. For those of you who like, okay, do I need to set up a business name? Do I need to set up an LLC? Like you get all worried. Okay, what taxes? You guys worry about paying tax, and you guys haven't even done your first deal yet. Worry about taxes. Come on, man. When you pay tax, you know that you're making money. When you get money back, you know you're not making money. Like you're not making good money. Okay, so do you need an LLC? You don't need an LLC. You can take title in your personal name and you'll be able to assign it in your personal name. Like you can assign it so you can actually put the property on the contract using your personal name. You don't need a business license. You don't need a high school diploma. You don't need a college degree. You can put it under your personal name. All right, you don't need an LLC. But I suggest that when you start to close your first deal, then I would invest. Right? Because at that time, your confidence is going to go skyrocket, because now the belief in you is like, this is real, that I can do this. It's not a make-believe anymore. It's not something you hope, you're praying, but you actually can do this business, so your confidence skyrocket. And if you take this business serious, where you like, hey, I really want to take this business seriously, set up an LLC and start, promoting your company name. Because it's going to take some time to brand your company. Right, so start people to know. When my wife and I first started, nobody knows us in our area. What are you guys stuck on? What are you guys trying to figure out? Drop it in the comment and let's see if we can help you guys out. For those of you who are new to the channel, or maybe you just discovered wholesaling, and you are really serious about this business, you'll be like, hey, Khang, listen to me. If for those of you who are like, hey, Khang, this is the career, this is the business that I want to master and I want to learn, but I don't know where to start, then check out my King Khang step-by-step how to virtually wholesale. I'm actually working on it right now, trying to put that package together for you. It comes out. It will be delivered to you January 1st of 2019, so you can kickstart the year off by implementing and taking actions, and hopefully to close your deal obviously as soon as possible. And if you want to take advantage of that, the package is $450. $499, but if you prepay now, then it's $450. It's good for the first 22 of you that wants to jump on it. What it is about is I will do a video. So there's no reading that you have to worry about because I'm more like a visual learner. So I'll do a video and share with you step by step each and every single day what you need to do. And if you haven't finished the other step, I will tell you to not jump on to step 3 and 4 and 5. But I will guide you and share with you step by step all the basic that you need to get your first wholesale deal done, right? So if that's something you're interested in, the link is in the description. Okay, I can't pronounce your name here. Abadullah. Abaduli, Senora. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I have a motivated seller that wants to sell their property. What's the next step to take? The next step to take is to get on the phone or to go out there and meet with the seller. I'm not sure which way you want to do it. Is to start talking to the seller and lock that property up in the contract. Now, Apaduli, if I answer your questions, boom, smash the thumbs, share the live stream, and let's get some friend, family, or whoever you want on here. The next step is you want to talk to them, negotiate with them, and lock that property up in the contract. And you want to get as much time on the contract as you can, which means you don't tell the seller, you ask the seller. Hold on a second. And the best question to ask the seller is, Apaduli, if you were the seller, I would say, Apaduli, if we can agree on the price that work for you and work for us, I don't say me, I'm always negotiating on behalf of, I'm working for a company. If we can agree on the price that work for you and for us, how quickly or how soon do you want to sell and close escrow? Like how quick, and that them give you the time frame. Because a lot of times you are trying to get the deal and you're like, oh my God, I want to close in 30 days so I can get the deal. But in the seller's mind, they're like, hey, they're okay with 60 days or 90 days. You want to get as much time as you can. The reason why is because so that time frame will give you time to find your buyer. So the more time you have, the better. All right? And once you find the buyer, you want to close on it as quickly as possible. Even if you have 60 days left, you tell their buyer you want to close on it as quickly as possible. I did not know that when I first started out. I thought that if I locked the property under contract with the seller for 30 days, now I found a buyer, I would have to close on the same day that I got the property locked under contract with the seller. Does that make sense, you guys? And that is false. So that's not true, all right? So let's just say that you lock the, okay, for example, I'm the seller, you lock the property under contract with me, and the closing is to be March of 2019. Also, you mark it and you found a buyer like a week or 2 weeks later. Now your buyer say, hey, they're ready to close. Close on it the next week. But you'll be like, hey, Khang, but I have the contract with the seller until March. Well, what you want to do is that we do tell the seller, closing within the next 60, 90, or 120 days or sooner. Does that work for you? So all you do is go back to the seller and say, hey, you know what? Our company, we're ready to go. We can close this within the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Just want to know if that still work for you. But you want to close with the buyer as quickly as possible because let me tell you something. Nothing is done until the check is in your hand or the money is in your account. Man, I have seller that goes to the closing table and back out the deal. Frustrated, man. So yeah, we got the sellers. There was a deal that was $15K and another one for like $50, and the buyer backs out, lose the deposit, and the seller backs out, and then we lost the $15K. And the other one was like a 30-something K. So that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, like, so I'm sharing with you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and let you know. Devin, keep up the hustle, Khang. We should do another collab in the future. Oh, dude, man, for sure, Devin. Anytime, bro. Thanks for the tip, bro. Really appreciate it, man. I might have to go get myself some Starbucks. But I'm on the eating healthy, bro. Yeah, man, but just let me know, definitely. Oh yeah, I have another question for you guys. Is that I have another question for you guys. Is that who is going to Max Maxwell meet up in Texas? And if I go, would you go? Would love to meet all of you guys there. Oh man, okay. So when we were in San Diego, I went out. It was kind of dark. It was kind of late. We went out to eat. Man, these guys party, and that's why we're going. Is we want to go meet some rich friend, so that way, when you go out to eat, you don't have to worry about how expensive the food is and this and that, and it just feels so good, right? So let me tell you something. When we go to this when we go to this mastermind, 60% because we want to meet new friends and being able to go travel and do things and go and eat and go out and hang out and have fun and not have to worry about the money because you know. And the other 40% is to learn something new and obviously learn something new and to take our life or business to the next level. But I'm saying that we're leaning toward having fun and connecting and finding friends just to we can go hang out and vacation with, right? Because all of our friends now are just like, hey, they either have the money, they can't go, or they don't have the time. And when they go out to eat or when they go on a vacation, they always look at their account, they're worried, and it's just not as fun. All right. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. But 60% we go for that. And another thing is, you guys, as you are going in this journey, that it is going to be rough, right? It is going to be rough. We all know this. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. It's going to be rough because you're trying to take care of all your bills, all your daily expenses, and all that, and you try to bring in some extra income so you can market and you can try to learn how to do the business, and you feel like you're putting a lot of time and the money's going out, and you're worrying about. So to me, I don't know about people saying the process. It's not the destinations, it's the product. But I tell you something that man, it's so stressful. But once you get to the point where all of your daily expenses covered, the journey, you guys, is going to be super fun because all you worry about is how do I accumulate more. So when you meet new friends and things like that, it's like, oh yeah, if you make more money, great. If you don't, like, you don't really like, it's not like you know what I mean? Like it'll be much more funner, if that makes sense at all. Lakia, is it possible to use the tax assessor value of the property for an ARV? No. Because that's just a tax assessor evaluation, typically the ARV is much higher than what's on the tax record. Once again, you guys, if you find any value in this video, and if I help you out, answer any questions in any way, shape, or form, or even the community is helping you out, then I don't know. Boom! Smash the thumbs up. I have some of you guys, I have some people going, I don't know why Khang is keep on asking people to smash the thumbs up. I hate it when he does that. I get some comments that's just super funny. How do I lock? This is coming from Wardemar Roman. How do I lock up contract over the phone? So you're asking me how do I lock a property up on a contract over the phone? Or what are some good tips for that as well as on the appointment physically? Great questions, man. So Roman, okay, so let me tell you guys something here. So when we went to this when we went to this masterminding, you guys, the collective genius, some of these guys in there are like big player, right? And some of you guys asked, some of these guys are making $500,000 to like $1 million a month. Now they all have their weakness and they all have their strength. Our strength is being able to do this virtually using VA. Everybody in the group, that's what they tell us, right? So, but we didn't go in there saying, like, hey, no, that's my strength. But everyone in there, that's what they tell us. So that is our strength. Being able to lock you up on a contract virtually, even using a VA, right? So let me give you some tips, Roman. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm not trying to sell you. But if you want to lock you up on a contract, then you must check out my King Kong seller script package, dude. Because that is how you lock you up on a contract. I will show you how to talk and how to negotiate and lock these deals up on the contract all over the phone. Now, if you want to go meet the seller because you're more like a face-to-face person, great. You can use the script because it's all the same questions. It's locking it virtually or not, man, it's really how you communicate and how you talk to the seller. Now, if for those that goes meet seller, they would not know how to do it virtually. But if you know how to do it virtually, you can go meet the seller and do it face-to-face, the exact same thing. Because the one that goes to meet the seller face-to-face, the first thing that they would say is they got to set an appointment to go out to see the property because they don't know what else to say to lock that property up on a contract over the phone. Does that make sense? Yeah, man, so if that's something you're interested in, man, you got to check out my King Kong seller script package, dude. I'll share with you on how to crush it, dominate, and lock you up on a contract virtually. Now, once you know how to do it virtually, I promise you don't want to go and meet seller. Like, because you feel like you don't need to. But if that is you, where you feel like you want the face-to-face, you can, man. Ba-da-ba-bum. Do you give them a range of what you can buy it for before even wasting time to go appointment? I don't go appointment anymore, man. So our VA takes all the incoming call. They gather all the information on the seller. And if the sellers want to sell, they'll send it to me. I'll look at it, and then I'll do a quick research to see if their number even makes sense. Like, if they say the property's worth 100 and they want 120, I probably just do a quick search, look at it, and say no, right? Or I'll throw back an offer. So when we call back, we make an offer. But on the first phone call, Roman, we don't we don't negotiate. We don't even give them a number. All we're doing is we're just gathering information. Now, for those of you who are starting out, who are uncomfortable with talking to seller and saying, I'm the buyer, let me help you out. It all comes down to mindset, so let me help you shift your mindset. When you pick up that phone or when that seller calls you, all you need to do is you and me and Khang, we're working together. Me and Khang, we're partnership. Me and Khang, our company, me and Khang. So just think like that, so that way your mindset will transition. So when you talk to them, you're saying, well, I don't know, I got to get Khang approval, right? So think as if like we're partnership, and maybe, because the reason why I say this, is that when I first started out, I was like, I don't know, I'm calling a house that I got to buy for like $300. I don't have the cash. It feels kind of weird, because like your confidence just not there, especially if you're in debt, right? You're in debt or you live in paycheck to paycheck. So when you talk to the seller, you're saying that you have money to buy. So it kind of goes against your belief. And you just feel so weird and you come off all awkward. So what I'm sharing with you is when you do get on that call, to have that confidence and it's just think as we're partners or we're working together. So that way you don't, you know what I mean? Like, so hopefully that helps you out. But we don't give them a price range. We gather information. Then the second phone call, that's when we call back, make the offer to lock the property up on a contract. Now, if you go out and you meet the seller, gather information from the seller, all right? Gather information from the seller and say, hey, I'm going to do a quick research here. And then after you do a quick research, you can call the seller back and say, hey, you can set the appointment to go. Or if you know your area, and that's why knowing your market is also, knowing your market obviously a huge benefit, right? Because when the seller tells you, oh, the property here, located here, worth 100, I want 95,000 for it. But you know that it doesn't worth 100. You know that it's worth like 150. So you can set the appointment right away to go meet the seller. Does that make sense? But if you don't, I wouldn't cause the conflict. I just gather information, do a quick research, call the seller back and say, hey, let me send this in to our team, have them do a quick research. If I'm just saying, Roman, if you don't know the market, this is what I do. So, okay. So for example, I'm the buyer, right? I'm the buyer or I'm the investor, and I call the seller. The seller give me a number. Right? And I totally don't know that market. So I'll be like, okay, Roman, thank you so much for your information, Roman. I'm going to send this over to our team, have them do a research on the property if I find there's motivation in our phone call. So after I asked you the question, Roman, and you're like, oh, the property's worth 100, but I want to get 80,000, and then you'll be like, yeah, but I'm negotiable, that price, there's a little room to negotiate. Okay, I'll be like, okay, great. So what that is that I even set the appointment to call them back. Okay, you can even set the phone appointment to call them back. If your plan is to go out there to meet with them, but without wasting time, I would say, okay, Roman, thank you so much for your information. I'm going to send this into my research team, have them do the research on the property, and can I call you back in like an hour? Or can I call you back in like 30 minutes? And then set the time, call them back, so when you call them back, you have two choices, whether to make the offer or to set the appointment to have someone go out there. Okay? Or, so when you can set the intention in the first phone call, saying, hey, Roman, I got all the information I needed. I'm going to send this over to my research team really quick, and then I would like to call you back and kind of see where we're at, and then set the appointment for one of our guys to go out there and look at your property. Is that okay? And then when you call them back, you can say, oh, yeah, you know what? The number seems a little bit off. After some of our research, this is kind of where we are at in price. Does that work for you? Does that seem like a number that you can make work, Roman? And you'll be like, yeah, you know what? I think so. Yeah, that might work. Okay, well, that's great. Roman, we have one of our contractor that's available this time that like to come out to look at your property so we can, make you that final offer. Does that make sense, Roman? Hope that helps, man. Whoa. Dude. You guys, I really hope that this video does help you guys out and hope clear up some of your blue skies or dark gray skies and give you some sunlights. Get you a nice tan. Khang is how you say your name? No, man, like Khang, man, like King Kong or Donkey Kong, bro. Oh, Akon. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, that's how you say my name. I'm sorry. Aircon. Man, I would love to meet you guys at the Max Maxwell meetup, man. That'll be cool. You guys can tell me exactly how to pronounce your name. Should you have a site for seller or buyer to check out when first starting? Jarrell Green, I think that's how you pronounce it, Jarrell Green. Not necessary. Like, you don't need a website or anything like that when you first start out. Now, if you do have the money for it, then yes. If you do have the money, then go ahead and I wouldn't work. Then set up a site for your seller, your buyer, if you have the money for it. Oh yeah, hey Luke, man, congrats to Luke, because Luke you guys smashed the thumbs up for Luke, because I think Luke, hold on a second here, man. For those of you who haven't followed me on Instagram, follow me on IG at Khang, Khang, dot, like a period, WTM. I think Luke, you just mentioned, hold on a second, man. I'm going to go and check. Luke said, happy Sunday, Khang. Got a closing this week. Woo! Hey, Luke, I want to know, man, is that your first closing, bro? If that is, we got to get you onto the channel. If that's your first closing, man, then let me know. Let us know how much it is. We show us the money. We want to know some number. Show us the money. What are you making on that deal, bro? Any other question you guys have? Nat, N-A-T, Nat, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. Khang, if I have a contract, can seller back out and go with another wholesaler / buyer? I just had this happen to me, alright? Now, the answer is that you have a binding contract between you and the seller. Technically, the seller cannot back out. If they do, then in our contract, we can go after them. We can sue them. They have to pay for all the legal fees. You know, whatever it is that it costs us, they have to pay for it. But like, do you really want to go through that? Do you really want to do that? So every situation is different. So that I can't really tell you what you should do or not do. It's really up to you. But the binding contract binds you and the seller, and they job is they are supposed to perform what is agreed on. If they don't, then obviously you can sue them. Okay. But typically I just don't. I just shake it off and just move on. It was a big deal. It was like buyer already sent in, buyer signs, everything's all ready to go, and the seller backed out, and that was like a 15K. Another one was like a 20 something K. You know, I just don't want to force somebody to sell, even though we had an agreement, but there was some miscommunication with the seller. So anyways, man, I'm just saying this. So that's completely up to you. A few more questions, then I got to head out. But what I would try to do, Nat, is this is just my opinion. Try to see if you can scare them, right? Hey, we have a binding contract. If you don't, you have to pay us like 5,000 or 10,000 if you want to cancel it. Otherwise, we're gonna wait until you receive a letter from our attorney. Like trying to give them something where maybe they're scared, you know. So try to scare them and see if that works. How to approach cold calling administrator for probate leads. Adeline Rodriguez. How do you approach cold calling? See, when we cold call probates or whatever it is, divorce, like I don't go off and tell them like I know your situation, but just act as like it's just normal. Your company, you guys just buy houses. You buy houses as is. You buy house in any situation, in any conditions, and you're looking for some property to buy. But don't go and tell people, hey, I know I feel about your loss and blah, blah, blah. You know, that's what our company helps in. So I don't go off as like that. To me, it just feel like you're praying, like, you know, like these are the people you're targeting. So to me, it just doesn't come off. I'd rather go the other way. Like they felt like you just buying property and your company happens to come across them. Mary Jane, yes, you always have good info to share. Thank you, Mary. Mary Jane, thank you. So Mary, smash the thumbs up if you haven't already. Okay. Carmen Rose, Carmen, okay, just Carmen. Carmen, can you pitch a for sale by owner from Craigslist to your buyers if you don't have it under contract? Then if your buyers say yes, can I make that offer to the seller and get under contract? Absolutely, Carmen. So basically, Carmen, yeah, you can say, hey, we got a piece of property here. Wait, can you pitch a for sale by owner from your Craigslist to your buyer? Yeah, you just say, hey, we got a property here that we're looking at here. Wanted to know what you will pay for it. So once your buyer give you an amount what they will pay for, then you go back and actually lock the deal up in a contract. Yeah, you can do that. That's my opinion. I do that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Any one of you guys think it's wrong? Drop it in a comment. Let me know. But you're not like you're just saying, hey, there's a property here that I see. What would you pay for something? And then if they give you a number, you go back and negotiate with the seller. All right. Luke, you haven't dropped in the comment, man. What is the amount? Show us the money. So this one last question from Jones. Jones, hey Khang, do you prefer wholesaling or transactional funding when the spread is big? Wholesale. So Jones, I think I understand what your question is. Your question is, hey Khang, so when we have a large assignment fee, we do a double closing. But what's nice about our area, Jones, is that when we do a double closing, we don't have to use transactional funding because the title company is able to use the end buyer's money to fund the whole transaction. So we don't have to put up any money, either our money or using transactional funding or using private or using hard money. So yeah, we don't need to use transactional funding because it was able to use the end buyer. Now, for those of you who's in an area where the title company or attorney cannot do that, and you have to use transactional funding, just make sure that you take in consideration how much they charge, right? How much they charge for their fees, so that they can give you the money so you can close on it, and then so the buyer can come in and close on it with you. And as long as it makes sense for you, as long as you're happy and you don't want the buyers to know, do it. Do it, do it, do it. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Everybody, have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.